Hi everyone, it's Josh from JP Rail here. Today's video is all about my Sheffield trip, which is the follow-up to last week's one, but this time it's the review of the trip, which I really enjoyed it, because I went up last Tuesday on the train on the 0910 GWR, so as far as Tiverton Parkway, and the journey was really good. It was on the train, because went past Lera, which is the home depot of GWR in Devon for IETs and all that, and also 175s, but the one train which I saw, which made me a bit sad, was 43156, because as you know, last December they phased out the Castle HSTs, and it was quite hard seeing it just parked there with no coaches. There was another one, but it is like, because the depot's like surrounded by like shrubs and stuff from the main line, so I think I did see a glimpse of it, but I did see 43156 all by itself, which was quite sad to see, because that possibly was the last ever time seeing a Castle HST. But then when we got to Exeter, Exeter Riverside was class 37, because it was doing a test run down to Penzance that evening, which was 37057 with a Detroit test train to Penzance, doing like branch lines and all that. And then I got off the train at Tiverton Parkway, which was quite quick. It was, got there about, I think it was like 4 minutes late. It was meant to be at 12:30, but I think it left 12:34 or something like that. But that journey was really quick, going through like Cornwall, which was probably the longest stint from Penzance to Plymouth, which is like 2 hours, and then another hour to Exeter, then another 15 to Tiverton Parkway, which was quite quick. So that was most of that day, it was, because afterwards I went into my stepdad's, when later on went to a garage for something for him to have done or something, but majority was on Wednesday, because woke up about 7 o'clock, and then was waiting for the Backman announcements, and then afterwards left just after the summer announcements from Backman, which that day was amazing, because we went up the M5 and then partially onto the M42, and then went past some HS2 works, which was amazing to see, because I quite like the infrastructure stuff for building new railways and all that. But we went onto the M6 and onto the M69 towards Leicester, because we had to be in the hotel for like 3, so we didn't want to be there a long time waiting to get in, that sort of thing. So I wanted to go to Leicester, because there was a certain train I wanted to see, because, well, a couple. There was, we parked up in this Leicester Station car park, we did, and it was like half an hour was free, it was, and as we were pulling in the car park, there was a EMR Aurora A10 doing a test run, I think it was. I don't know which one it was, but then afterwards there was a service train with an A10 and it was going to Sheffield. And I must admit, they are probably one of my favourite IETs. They are. Because they look amazing. They do. And then crossed over the road because Leicester LIP was there, because I saw the Network Rail HST, which I saw a couple of Fridays ago. And then there was a 58 in the background. I think there was also a 56. And then there was a couple of 68s. And then there was a 57 with the Arlington Fleet Services barrier vehicles. And then the main reason I wanted to go to Leicester was to see the 99s. I saw 3 of them. There was 004, 005, I'm not sure about the other one. Because I think 001 and 2 were up in Doncaster or Peterborough. And I was like over the moon to see the 99s because they looked amazing. And then after, which I did take some photos, so after this video, before the outro, I will be showing some photos of the trip which I took at Leicester and Sheffield. And then we drove to the hotel in Meadowhall, which was right by the tram line it was. So I was in my happy place, I was seeing like the trams. But then after we dropped all our stuff, we went into Sheffield itself, but to get the train from Meadowhall to Sheffield. But I did do, as you saw, a couple of shorts. One was a freight train with a 66, with some HTA wagons. And then before that I saw the brand new cross-country livery, and I must admit, it is an amazing livery. It is. And I saw another one at Sheffield Station just before we went into the city centre, and done some little bit of train spotting at Sheffield Station, like taking photos. And then we went into Sheffield itself to find where we wanted to have dinner, which was absolutely amazing. We went to like a Chinese, we did, and that was really nice. And then walked back to Sheffield Station because I wanted to try out a Trans-Pennine 185, and I loved it. Going on the 185 to Meadowhall, and the train to Sheffield, we got a Turbo Star to Sheffield. And then that was pretty much it, because when we got back to Meadowhall, we just stayed at the hotel watching TV. But on Thursday was the big day, because that was absolutely amazing. Going to Wales off Sheffield, because originally I was meant to get just one model, but my stepdad gave me some money left over from, I think it's like the food or something like that, and I had £80 to spend because I picked up a model which will be a review next month. I think most of them are next month, or next month and July, so keep an eye out for those. As I said, I was originally going to show you the models, but I want to keep it a surprise to show you. And the actual shop was absolutely amazing. Went in the Emporium one first, and the second-hand stuff was absolutely amazing. There was like a couple of models I wanted to get. One was a 57601 in the portable livery known as the Purple Monster, and there was although it was a sound-fitted one, of a Anglia Railways 47. I think it's like £150 for the sound-fitted 47, which is a good deal. Which, speaking of pre-owned stuff, I bought 3 pre-owned models, and one of them is one I always wanted to get, and I think that particular one is going to be the 100th review, which is next month. So keep an eye out for that particular one, because I must admit I loved getting it. Or was it? Oh, it's something like either next month or July. It's one of those months the 100th review is, and I would recommend going to Wales of Sheffield because it's just absolutely amazing. It is, because I can tell you I did buy a Wales of Sheffield magnet for £3.60, which is quite a good deal. It is, and the overall the shops look amazing. They do, because it's on Chesterfield Road. I will link their website in the description down below, and the staff in there were absolutely brilliant. They were. And then after looking around Wales of Sheffield and picking up my order, which will be, I think, next month it is, afterwards we drove back to Tiverton via like the Pennines and then back onto the M1 and then M42. So that was the trip of my Sheffield trip, which I really enjoyed, and I would highly recommend going to Wales of Sheffield if you're in the Sheffield area. And I'm going to leave a video there. I hope you enjoyed this video about my trip, which I will be showing you the photos just after this, which I hope you enjoyed them. And I will see you all in the next video, which is a review, which I'll put it in the description down below next Monday of what it will be. And if you are new around here, smash that subscribe button down below and click the bell for all notifications, everyone. And also like this video and share this video so everyone will know that I have uploaded my videos. And I will see you all in next week's At a Closer Look review. See you, everyone. Bye. And enjoy the photos.